River does drop in elevation about 1,100 feet. And what that means is that the current is very, very strong on this river. And that's why there are 26 hydroelectric dams on the Wisconsin River, making it one of the hardest working rivers of its size in the world. And it provides energy up and down the state of Wisconsin. Now, if you look straight ahead, you see that we are going to be passing between two large cliffs. And this is what we call the jaws of the Upper Dells. Ahead of us and to the right, you will see High Rock. And High Rock stands 65 feet high. And then ahead of us and off here to the left, this is Romance Cliff. Now, legend has it that the Native Americans would have their wedding ceremonies right up on top of beautiful Romance Cliff, giving it its name. It's said that they would take a bough off the tree and light it on fire and throw it over the cliff. And if that bough stayed lit until it hit the water, that was their sign of a long and happy marriage. If it went out before it hit the water, well, that was their sign of just a long marriage. Now, as we pass between these cliffs, this is the deepest section of the Wisconsin River. Right here, it is approximately 110 feet deep. That's very deep for a river. The average depth is 40 to 45, but right here, this is the deepest section. Now we're coming up here to our first rock formation. Ahead of us to the right, you'll see Chimney Rock coming up here to the right. Chimney Rock gets its name because it does look like the old stick and mortar chimneys of the early pioneer days. And Chimney Rock is an excellent example of the wind and water erosion that takes place here on the Upper Dells. Some people say it looks more like a stack of pancakes. I don't know, what do you think? Chimney Rock up there to our right. Now our next rock formation, this one is going to require a little imagination, but I know you can do it. It's ahead of the boat and off to the right-hand shoreline again. If you look at that large, flat slab of rock just ahead of us, take a good look at that. Do you see the profile of a nose? There's a slit above that for the eye. There's a crack below that for the mouth. The chin is right there at the waterline. And if we really use our imaginations, even the trees on top, get a beautiful headdress for Black Hawk's profile. This is Black Hawk's profile off here to the right. It's named after the very famous warrior that did live here in the Wisconsin Dells area through most of the 1800s. Now, a frequently asked question that we get here on the Upper Dells is, why is the Wisconsin River this color? Is it pollution? Well, no. In fact, the Wisconsin River is one of the cleanest rivers acid can be found in coffee, acid can be found in coffee, in tea, or at the rock that we're seeing, and we're going to be seeing our entire trip. This is a very unique type of sandstone. It's called Cambrian sandstone, and scientists tell us it was formed over 300 million years ago, when this entire area was covered by the Cambrian Sea. Now, as that Cambrian Sea started to dissipate, the sand bottom started to harden into layers, forming the Cambrian sandstone. This is some of the oldest exposed bedrock in the world. And another thing that makes it very unique is it can be found in only 4 places in the world. It can be found in Zurich, Switzerland, in Potsdam, Germany. There is a small amount in upstate New York, but the largest deposit of Cambrian sandstone is right here in Wisconsin Dells. It is a very porous rock, and if you notice, you can see the trees, they can put their roots right into the sandstone. Now off here ahead of us and to the left, you'll see the pathway to the old riverbed. But look at that last tall pine tree right before the riverbed. off there to our left. Look about 4 branches down on that bare branch. You see that bald eagle perched there for us? We have a bald eagle perched right on that bare branch on the big tall pine tree. Now we are going to take the pathway that's coming up here to the right. And this was a pathway that was formed about 12,000 years ago when the glaciers came near this area. Now the glaciers did skip over the Wisconsin Dells area, but the rushing waters of those melting glaciers is what carved right through the Cambrian sandstone and formed the pathway to the Wisconsin River. Off here to our left, this is the largest island on the Upper Dells. This is Black Hawk's Island, and it is 200 acres, and it is home to Camp Upham Woods. And Camp Upham Woods hosts Boy Scout and Girl Scout groups, 4-H groups. A lot of nature and science study groups happen right up here on Black Hawk's Island.
Do it, Flip! Do it, Flip! Someone jump already!
Now coming up straight ahead here on the left-hand side, you'll see this large rock sticking out of Black Hawk's Island. You'll see that same rock. Right side. These 2 rocks are what does Wisconsin Dells mean? Well, Wisconsin comes from the Chippewa Indian word, Wisconsin, and it means dark rushing waters. And Dells comes from the French word meaning flat layered. So as you can see, we're very appropriately named, where the dark rushing water meets the flat layered rock. Going up here to the right, beautiful little spot we call Chapel Gorge by this white buoy. It gets named because of that hope-shaped rock there. When the sun filters through, it gives it a beautiful cathedral-like effect. Chapel Gorge is an excellent place to early morning here. To transport and chopping down trees, especially the white pines. That were in